So, from an offensive coordinator's perspective, what's your thoughts on, going with Mike again?
Well, we're going with Mike because obviously, he was our starter for the last 2 weeks. Pleased with how he's performed, even in the New England game. Obviously, that game got away from us, but when he came in, I thought he did a great job just directing the offense. Put him in a situation where it was obviously first and goal. We got the penalty. He made a heck of a play in that New England game on a bad play call. It gave Corey Davis a great opportunity to make a play, and I thought he followed through with a pretty good series. After that, came back the next 2 weeks, and obviously only had the 2 series last week versus Indianapolis, but did a good job running our offense. We didn't get the results we wanted in that first possession. Second possession drove us right down and got us a score. So he's more than prepared to play this week. Having a great day today and tomorrow is going to be crucial. I mean, the defense we got coming in, everyone knows, it's the top-rated defense in football. It seems like it's been that way for about 4 years straight now. So we got a great challenge ahead of us, not just for Mike, but for all the guys involved.
From your vantage point, I mean, we see that he's moving the ball and everything like that down the field, but what do you like that Mike is doing with the offense right now?
The command, I think you can see it. Like, I don't even have to be in the huddle, but you can just see the command that he has of the huddle. You can tell he's been in this league for 4 years. He's been in different buildings. Obviously, you could tell, he's taken stuff from Dak and what Kellen Moore and what they did in Dallas, what they've done here for the last few years, and then what we're trying to get done. Just all the different experiences that he's dealt with, even just off the field, not playing and watching these guys. He's got great command of it. The guys trust him. They believe in him. And I think you can feel it with, the other guys around him.
With the Bills' defense, one thing they like to do a lot is disguise really well. So how do you help a quarterback see their complex disguises?
Yeah, no, it's tough because you want the quarterback to have, like I like to say, you take an educated guess. Whatever you think they're doing, you're probably right. In terms of just how you studied them, and don't overthink it. You start overthinking, you're just not going to play the play. So take an educated guess pre-snap. You've watched enough tape. If you watch too much tape, that can screw you up as well. So you try to put them in those situations. Hopefully, with some of our reduced splits, it kind of uncovers a little bit of their disguises because they want to get down in their run fits and stuff. But they're going to do a great job. Those guys have played together for so long. It's incredible, how well and how efficient that defense is. There's so much respect for them. You can see it on tape. So, again, our guys just got to play fast and go with what they see and roll.
Mike, when you say he's taken some stuff from Prescott and Kellen Moore, can you be specific? What kind of things?
Not even being specific. I'm just, and really, that's just, I guess, my vantage point of how he's picked up on so many things. And I know that he's talked with Zach just about some of the experiences that he had with Dak, in his time in Dallas, and then obviously the last couple of years here. So there's nothing really specific. I think it just shows for a guy that hasn't played a lot of ball. I do think his brain is pretty seasoned in this league, and he's very observant of a lot of things. But to be specific, no, I can't, because I think he really kind of keeps it, within the quarterbacks, not really sharing it with us.
When you say that he hasn't played a lot of ball, you've said it, Robert has said it, that he exudes confidence. Where do you think that comes from, and how important is that with the guys around him? That maybe he gives them confidence. Yeah,
confidence is contagious. And people can feel that. I just think that's just who he is. I obviously only known him since April. I knew about him in the draft process and stuff like that. But I was with the receivers at the time, looking more into that. We had Jimmy in San Francisco, so we weren't looking for a quarterback. Drafted C.J. Beathard the year before that, so I didn't get to know him personally that much. I know. My brother did, and he liked the film and all that. But again, to answer your question, he's pretty confident in everything he does. I know when he goes out there on the golf course in the off season, he feels like he's going to take everyone on, and I feel like that's just kind of the way he feels about all the sports in baseball. I know he was one of the better players in the country or something like that. So I think everything he's done in his life to this point has been pretty successful, and he believes that no matter where he's at, he's going to get it done.
What about the Bills' pass defense makes it so difficult? Right now, they're number 1 rated against the pass. So what about their defense makes it so difficult for offenses to have success? They're
very talented. They play very hard, and they've been in this system for so long. They know each other so well. It's a machine. I mean, it really is, and it's that deal of they got there in whatever it was, 2018. It seems like those guys have been together, and they don't need to even communicate because they just know where they're going to be. You can see it when you pop on the tape with all the jet sweeps and all the kind of stuff that people are going to do. Teams that are kind of in their early stages of learning, there's a spatial awareness that sometimes is off. Guys are kind of running into each other. They're going with the motions, but they're not supposed to. There's just a lot of things going on. These guys, they don't seem like they're ever out of place. They just got a great command. They do a great job coaching it. They haven't really changed too much, it seems like, since when we used to play them when they were in Carolina. Obviously, they've adapted some, but again, it's the players, the coaching. It's all tied together. It's been a machine that's been in the process for four years now.
How big is it to get Corey back?
It's awesome. Corey, I think, was really coming along and having stringing together some good games. And we were really looking forward to him going into that Cincinnati game. Obviously, he got hurt midweek, but just getting him back, just adding to what I think our receivers have done for the last few weeks, playing at the speed that they've been playing at, and then adding another guy that's done it for so many years is going to be huge.
I know you just had a small sample of work with Larondo, Bernay, Tardy so far, but what have you seen from him, whether in practice or meetings, and how soon do you think he can play?
Just got to know him, obviously, this week. I've known always about him. Last time played against him was actually that's the Super Bowl when he was obviously with the Chiefs. But a lot of respect for him. Great guy. I've heard he was a great guy before I even got to meet him. And then you meet him and you understand why everyone says that about him. Yesterday, just being the first time on the practice field, real strong, sturdy guy. Very heavy hands when he's working in his pass sets and stuff like that. All the same stuff that we saw a few years back. So it's good to have him here. And it's just him getting situated with the offense and feeling comfortable, and then going out and challenging to get on the field.
With Zach, we talk a lot about learning by watching. What do you think he's learning from watching Mike play?
I just think he's just kind of just seeing a different vantage point of how you can get it done. And again, I stated this last week, the way that Mike is doing it, the way that Josh did it in his time in the Indianapolis game, it's going to be different than the way that Zach's going to do it. They all have to be who they are. And Zach is a very talented guy that has a lot of trust in who he is as a quarterback. But just like I said, all the way back to OTAs, he's learning the speed of this game, what he can get away with, what he can't get away with. Some of the stuff that he could get away with, at BYU off schedule, these guys close a little bit faster. The defense is really, really good, particularly a lot of the defenses I feel like we played this year, So I think he's just sitting back, picking up. I think there's something, you'd have to ask him this, but I would think something refreshing for him to be able to just kind of take a deep breath and just watch for a minute, because he hasn't been able to do that. He was thrown right in the mix right away, and that's fine and all because you learn a ton for that. But there's also a time when you can sit back and just observe, and I think he's doing a great job of that.